Elton John and Bernie Taupin on how Rocketman captures an R-rated life. Elton John is not a nostalgist. Neither is his song, but now the world can witness their history, thanks to Rocketman, the musical fantasy that traces John's transformation from the piano prodigy Reginald Dwight, born in a hamlet outside London, to the over-the-top showman played by Taron Egerton with a slew of global hits. He met Taupin. Video Rocketman premieres in London. Cover video. The film, directed by Dexter Fletcher and co-produced by David Furnish, John's husband, is unflinching about John's rise, his childhood trauma and subsequent addictions. If never been a half, the depiction of his life as a gay man has you to his dismay. You led to the film's censorship in Russia and Samoa. But, he said, at 72, John remains artistically engaged in the midst of a farewell tour, and still composing for films and theater. The Lion King remake, a musical version. In separate phone interviews, Taupin, 69, from his home in California, and John from a tour stop in Copenhagen, the pair discussed putting their lives on film. These are edited. Is the movie hard for you to sit through? Elton John, the first time I saw it was in January or February, a very rough copy, and that was when I got the most emotional, because I just didn't know what to expect. It certainly had a. When did you first get wind of the project? Bernie Taupin, I guess I do have to go back at least 5 years, but as time and space are not real friends of mine, it's a little hard to say. They sent me an initial. When did you get on board with their vision? Taupin, when I saw the end product. Elton, you spent your early career hiding your identity and your demons. Was it cathartic? And John, of course. Even though it's hard, the film could have started with your self-invention as an artist. Why include the most? John, my childhood really shaped the way I became as an artist, because I was determined to prove myself to my father, that I could be successful and I could do it my way. It shaped me into. I grew up in a very, very hostile environment between my parents. Basically, John Reid, Elton's early manager and boyfriend, is portrayed by Richard Madden as a sly manipulator. Bernie, did you? Taupin, I had no reason not to. John was a smooth. Gallery Hayrace, what the cast of Rocketman look like in real-life photos. Has John Reid seen the movie? John, I think John has. I don't know what You've grown close with Taron. Were you involved in? John, I was not involved in any of the casting whatsoever. Both young Reggies. Where are your costumes now? John, they're in a warehouse in London. Some of them have sold. Do you ever go there? John, absolutely not. Laughs, I can't. It's very strange, because I very rarely look back on my life, and of course I had to watch this movie. I look at it and Video Rocketman creators hope film will help LGBT Community Press Association. Do you think you can be a great artist without experiencing, or overcoming, early trauma? Taupin, I would have had to have done it to know. We both had tremendous. John, my career mushroomed so quickly, from 1973 onward. I made 2 albums a year, different singles, B-sides, I toured, I did radio. I was on a high. How did you keep going on stage, and into the studio, rising to the creative moments during your addiction? John, that's what kept me alive. During the hard time. Gallery, the real people behind the Rocketman characters' photos. Bernie, when Elton went to rehab in 1990, did you think it would stick? Taupin, I really did, because the thing about Elton is, it's all or nothing, all the time. When he sets his mind. What kind of notes did you give to get the Elton-Bernie relationship right on screen? John, I think the portrayal is pretty accurate. After becoming sick. Taupin, I don't need to try to figure out why it works. We never question. Gallery, the best music biopics. Wonderwall. MSN are empowering women in sport this summer. Find out more about.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.